before them. And some people have also tried to say, well, the Egyptian Book of the Dead, you've got resurrection there. But actually, you have a very vivid picture of life after death going on in various forms in ancient Egypt. You don't get this idea of actually a new bodily life in a world very like this, only more so. And that's what's special to the Christian and Jewish tradition. But the key thing is, with Jesus, resurrection itself moves into a new mode. So that the teaching about resurrection in ancient Judaism you couldn't deduce Christian belief from that. Christian belief has moved into a new mode because when it actually happened, people said, oh my goodness, this sharpens it up. I think we're probably supposed to be stopping in a minute. Can we just take one more question? Sorry that there hasn't been time for it. Yes? Yeah.
Can I just go back to the image of the master builder again, and ask you to comment on the image in 1 Corinthians of escaping the death through fire, that sense of how we build.
Yes, thank you. That's a cognate passage really. It's 1 Corinthians 3, where Paul says that the foundation is laid, which is Jesus himself, and then Paul uses precisely temple building language, that people can build on this foundation with gold and silver and precious stones, or with wood and hay and stubble, and then the day will reveal it, because it will come with fire. And Paul is using these images, which are scriptural images, and he's basically saying what you do in the present, if you are working for the kingdom of God, is that you could be building with straw and rubbish, and then, sorry, that's not going to last. Although he says that the one who has done that will himself be saved or herself be saved, but only as through fire, which is a way of getting at something. In other words, what you do in the present, if you're a Christian, actually matters. It isn't that anything you feel like doing is going to be okay. You need to take responsibility for it, which is a mature responsibility, and which you hope and pray will consist of gold and silver and precious stones. So that's really the only passage in Paul which speaks thus of a kind of a testing, and it's that passage which Pope Benedict in his work on purgatory and Karl Rahner as well gone back to and said that maybe the medieval teaching about purgatory was a gross distortion of something which is there in 1 Corinthians 3, that then it's more that that's something that happens at death itself, that the things which you've done which are not gold and silver and precious stones will be burnt up, and that might be very painful. But it seems to me that is part of the meaning of death rather than something which extends on into purgatory. So if you were thinking of going to an All Souls service this week, please think again and sing All Saints hymns 2 days running. Very controversial note to end on this answer. We need to move into a different mode, yes.
Thank you very much, Bishop Wright. Same place, same time, yes, Thursday, 31st of October. Please join us for complimentary wine in the Senior Bar, and you can have a chat with Bishop Wright. Thank you very
Actually quite good.
It'll be interesting to see if it goes up on the...
Father Premises, is the chapter. Yeah. Yes. Right? No, that was all right. Right.
Do you often go for these lectures? Do you often go?
No.